everyone, welcome back to my channel, Fixing It Up with Sandra. And in case you're new here, I'm Sandra. Do not adjust your screen. I am done up because I just got off of work and I'm home. So anyways, I have been dreaming about doing this wreath. It is my take on a sunflower wreath. I think I'm just so excited, I just can't talk right. With a grapevine wreath frame. I did not find sunflowers. I went to the one and only Michael's. We only have one. The next one over is like an hour and a half away. So I got my wreath frame. I broke down. I did not go to the thrift store. I bought it at Michael's with a coupon, $4.99. Yes, with my coupon. And I do have some dollar store greenery that we're going to work with, but we're basically just going to work with these beautiful flowers. Boop. So they're not sunflowers, but they're yellow. So that's all that matters to me because it's going to match perfectly with boop, this right here, our black and white checkered ribbon. So it's going to be farmhouse-ish-esque. That's what it's going to be like. It's going to be super fun, super fast, super easy. So let's get started. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be doing a faux sunflower grapevine wreath. Super easy. Let me just show you what I have so you know what we're working with. I have an 18-inch grapevine wreath that I got from Michael's. So here it is in all of its glory. This will work with a different size. So you don't have to have the 18-inch frame. It was just the cheapest one. So that's why I bought it. But we are going to be working with these cute yellow flowers right here. And I did get these at Michael's on sale. They're normally $9.99, just in case you're interested in buying this bunch. I really like that the stems are like a felt kind of a stem. These are really nice flowers. And I like them just to put in a vase because they look good. And so we're going to be using these. I've only broken down one bunch of those. I have a feeling I might do that with the second one, but I'm not quite sure. So when it comes to greenery, pick whatever greenery you want. You don't have to have a specific kind. I am using these from the dollar store. If you've been, you probably have seen these. So I grabbed this. I had two bunches. I have cut them already. Just cut them down like that. And so I have quite a bit because I want to have like a really nice full kind of background. So I have these right here. And then I found another bunch of just a few different leaves. We're just gonna make this the leaves all the way around, just an eclectic bunch. Whatever I find is what we're gonna do. So I've got these. I got this right here. They look like little mint leaves to me right here. Now, you can do this with real greenery. Keep in mind that it will eventually die. So it won't hold its shape forever. That's why I'm using the faux. And then of course I kept the two leaves that came with the flowers. I did pick those off, so I'm gonna keep those. And there were 2, 4, 6, 9 flowers. So that's what I have. I have 9 flowers, and I don't want to get glue on my favorite pink shirt. So this is what I have. If it still isn't as full as I want it, I'll just start grabbing. I know you can't see it, but I have a top row of just like all these random greeneries and flowers that I've collected from the Dollar Tree and Michael's over the years. And so we'll just add to that. But this is going to be super simple, super fast, but oh so cute. So I am, of course, going to point the camera down so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing and follow along and create this beautiful masterpiece on your own. My twigs are starting to come apart from my wreath, or some of them, like this. Yeah. I paid $5. I paid full price for this baby. I don't want it to fall apart. So, okay, let's pull the camera down. All right. So as you can see, we have the wreath right here. And I want to say the best place to buy these are at the Goodwill, hospice, all of those thrift stores, people get rid of these because they don't know what to do with them, or they've already been decorated. But I have found buying these there super cheap, and I'm able to pull off the decorations. Just to give you guys a heads up, like I can buy these for like 50 cents around here. So remember, I like to start my wreath first by just kind of layering like this without gluing. This will kind of give me an idea if I have enough greenery and if how I need to space it, just to give me a rough idea. I like to do this because I don't plan. So this is my way of planning at the very last minute. That's just how I like to craft. I let the inspiration come to me as I'm creating. So this is what I do. All right. I think this is going to work out. I think I'm going to have enough of my dollar store greenery to go all the way around and fill in all my little gaps. Because basically I don't want to have spaces where it's just the grapevine pieces. I want everything to be covered. Oh, that's a twig. With the greenery. So that's my goal. And it looks like I'm able to do that, which is really awesome. So, okay, there we go. Love it. And then, like I said, we're going to tuck in a few pieces like this to just give it more oomph to it. And if I had more, it'd get really wild up in here. Okay, so then there's that. And it's okay if it doesn't completely lay down. Your greenery gives it texture if it kind of bounces up a little bit. So there we go. And I have one more. Kind of tuck that here. And then, what the hey, let's do it right there. Okay, kind of move that up a little bit. Kind of scooch them over just a hair. All right. I'm pretty happy with how the greenery looks so far. Now I want to see like how my flower placement will be. Now I'm going to remember that I'm going to add a bow. So I kind of want to leave a gap where I want my bow to be, just because I hate when I go all out and just like really make it super beautiful. And then I stick the bow on and it covers up all of my hard work. So, I don't like that. So we're going to do this. And I'm going to leave my bow kind of to the top, kind of to the side, like a tilted hat. So that's where I'm going to have my bow. You can put your bow anywhere you want. And yes, we will be using the Bowdabra. So if you have one, pull it out. I like this because this is very simple, but oh, so cute. And like I said, this is very farmhousey, so, which is basically the style of my house, because I actually do live in an old house. So it's perfect. All right. Oh, okay. I think it's going to work. And then I'll just prop these maybe on top, these two bows, or two leaves, like kind of like underneath my bow. And I know it's like, you're like, where are you putting them? I will show you in just a second. I'm going to turn the camera to where you guys can see it, since obviously I can't pick it up. It'll just fall apart. We are not going to do a sign, but I think if I find one, I will do it. So let me point the camera down and then you can see how this is, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here's my wreath. See, this is where I'm gonna have my bow. So I'll kind of tuck these two leaves under my bow. And it's super cute. Like I said, so easy. And then I also picked up a couple of these little bumblebees. I don't know if it says the price on here. They're under $5, but I think I will put them somewhere on my wreath. And I tried looking for, I know I have some, I just don't know where, but have you seen these at the Dollar Tree? sometimes have them during the fall time. They'll say welcome and all those other things. So I'm not going to use this, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea how you could use one of these in your wreath. You can tuck this in there and glue it down, or you can use the wire because see the holes right there. But I'm not going to use this. Like I said, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how this works, but I will definitely be using the bow. So now it's time to glue. And yes, I have my handy dandy screaming hot glue gun that will secure all of this down. Okay, so now I'm just going to remove all my flowers. I now do know that they can be, you know, close in proximity. So I don't have to worry about the placement. I'm going to go ahead and leave my leaves where they are for the most part. And I'm just going to go ahead and start, you know, pulling out one stem at a time and then just loading that baby up with some glue. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off that thing, but it's ridiculous. But oh so good. So this is all you do. And I had some people ask me about these scissors right here. I did say in a previous video that they were Milwaukee ones. I hope you guys read the description, because they are in fact not Milwaukee. They are Weiss. It is not a M, but a W. Could have fooled me, and it did. But it's Weiss. Again, I will put those in the description box below. Those are my favorite scissors. They do so many jobs, and I love it for cutting my stems. I mean, that's why I love them so much, because they actually are able to cut the stems down to the size that I need. They're wire cutters on the side. They're super awesome, but I think they're about $13 on Amazon. Again, I'll put the link on there. Super heavy duty, so grab them if you can, because totally worth it. I did have a pair of Milwaukee scissors, because that is the brand that my boyfriend buys when it comes to his tools. And they had a pair of really nice heavy duty scissors. Not like this, but definitely nice. And I have no idea where I've lost them. So, oh well. So I use those all the time. Okay, now I think I might do a little bit of a dab. And thank you to the person that commented on the video, because I was saying like how screaming hot this glue gun is, and they said use a spatula to, you know, hold down. Clearly I'm not following that advice right this second. All my spatulas are dirty from making bath bombs the other day, but I appreciate that kind of information, because I don't know everything. I just know a little bit of stuff. So all of these tips you guys are giving me, really, I listen and I appreciate it. So thank you. All right. I'm trying to, the only thing that's not fun about doing it like this is that you don't know which, like I'm trying to keep track of which ones that I've glued down. So I don't want to try to yank out one that I've already glued, because that defeats the purpose. But, all right. So today I went through and answered some of your comments on the videos, and I swear, you know, I do have to say this. And I know it's coming, and you know, when it does, I'll deal with it then. But you guys have just been absolutely incredible. I was so worried, because they say, you know, when you put yourself out there, you know, people are going to be so quick to judge, so ready to tell you all the things that you are doing wrong and attack you, you know, and it was definitely a thought in my mind, like, okay, you know, this is, because I am, like I said, far from perfect. I am far from knowing it all. I am a beginner just like all of you. Clearly in some of my videos, you see that because I make mistakes, but I show you them because that's real life. But you know, I don't have people coming after me like I thought they would in a negative way. Because again, I don't know it all. And so I always thought people would be like, oh, you know, you're doing it all wrong, kind of. And like I said before, there is no wrong or right way to be creative. Absolutely not. However, I know that there are people out there that will beg to differ. But I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your support, because you guys are like making the negative stuff that could happen, not like, you guys are saying, no, 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 that's not true. There are people, like, you can create content and people will genuinely support you all the way. Even if, and I know, like, not all my videos is for every single person. You know, some people are on here strictly for reads. But I love the fact that you guys don't go onto, like, my soap tutorials and you're, like, you know, saying negative things. And it's amazing, because I'm like, man, you know, with all the negative stuff that's happening in the world, I'm like, my goodness, you guys are really bringing the love and bringing the support and everything on my channel. And I hope you guys are reading each other's comments, because you guys can actually learn so much from one another, because I'm learning from you guys. You guys are really inspiring me to keep going. And I'm sure that if you read other people's comments on there, you'll find that you guys are all basically in the same boat together. You just don't even realize it, you know? And you guys can find a community within each other, not just with me, you know, which again, I'm super thankful for. But I'm like, we can all band together and become one big Wreath soap, bath bomb, and many more things that I have coming for you crew, you know? And so it's just a fun way to really just come together. And, you know, you guys are such a fan-freaking-tastic group that I really encourage those who are watching to, you know, to read the comments and find a friend. Like, you'll read some comment and you're like, dude, I feel the same way. Or like, I'm experiencing the same thing. And find each other on social media and buddy up. Because when you put two people together that are really, you know, struggling but trying to find the inspiration, you'd be surprised. You guys can really inspire each other. That's what I do. I look for people that inspire, and I'm finding it through you guys as well. I haven't made so many reads like this, man, in years. But y'all are just like, just so great. You guys are so amazing at just the encouraging, you know, the encouragement, that I'm like, take a look at each other, because you guys, we all need to hear everything that you guys are saying to each other and to me. We all need to take a little listen. So thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are really just amazing. So I just want to put that out there, that I do see the comments. I do read them. When you guys start following me on Instagram or Facebook, I see it. I will respond. You know, I can't respond immediately for the most part, but I think, you know, I'm there. Like, I will, I promise. Because I care about what you guys are doing, because this is not just a channel for me to create an income or anything like that. This is actually me wanting to help make the world a beautiful place, one wreath at a time. you know, but you guys get what I'm saying. You know, I really genuinely want you guys to be inspired and to know that crafting doesn't have to be scary. I know, believe me, it can seem that way, but it's supposed to be fun. Think of it like back when you were a kid and you were finger painting and you were making clay whatevers, or you were drawing on the sidewalk and you were just in the moment. Go back to then. That's how you have fun when you're creating. Just go with it. So we are working on the flowers. As you can see, I've got my greenery glued in. Super happy about it. Because this glue is so stinking hot, it takes a moment for it to dry. So I've got to really hold it down, or else it'll end up in a different direction like it's trying to do right now. As opposed to my little glue gun, which, I mean, still does the job, but, you know, it dries a lot faster or cools a lot faster than this one, which is totally fine with me because I really want these to be really, you know, on here as well. So, and I'm like, man, I really wish I had a sign. Somebody give me a sign. No, like a cute, like little welcome sign. I think I might make one. So you might, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see this wreath updated with a sign by the end of the weekend. I'm like, when am I going to create that sign? But yeah, I think it needs like a cute little welcome sign. But the bees are definitely going to help it. In the meantime, it's going to look so cute. All right. I hope you guys are following along. And this can be done with any flower, because I know not everyone... Oh, we'll just move that over here. I know not everyone likes sunflower, which is totally fine. Like you can see, I'm not using a sunflower or sunflowers, but just use whatever flower you want. Do a whole bunch of different flowers. I just happened to see this one and I thought, oh, yellow. Like I want yellow because yellow just screams that we've made it through winter and we are in the middle of changing seasons. So I love yellow. Do. Jeopardy song insert here. Okay. Alrighty, let's get this. And I can't wait to show you how we're going to do the buffalo checkered bow. Like I said, we're going to use the Bowdabra, but we're not going to cut any of the ribbon. I'm going to try to make a fancy bow without cutting, because I've seen people do it before. So I'm like, let's do this. We may end up cutting just the tails, just, you know, the little things that hang. But we're going to try this together. And I know I've got the DVD somewhere, but it's just fun to play around and show you guys, this is how I do things and learn. So, all right, get more glue. We're just about done. We are coming around to home plate. I think I squished my flowers just a little bit more than I originally did because, I need more flowers. Okay, that's okay. I have another bunch. So I have to cut or pop off a couple of there. All right. Oh, I see. All right. I already glued that down. Okay. I'm going to try to ever so gently lift this. How cute is that? I think I'll do the bow, and then if I need more flowers, I will add more flowers. And I think I'm actually going to steal these leaves off of here to double up. Ooh, so pretty. I like that. I like it with the double leaves. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna double up on the leaves. Very nice, very nice. And then we're just about ready to do our bow. So I'm gonna set this wreath aside and grab the Bowdabra. This is where I definitely need that spatula because I do not want to touch that glue. And then I'll just dip there, just put a little bit on top. There we go. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. Like I said, here's what we've got right now. I'm just gonna tuck this over here and we're gonna grab the Bowdabra. Let me move my glue gun over too. All right, here we go. And let me grab a pipe cleaner. I'll be right back. Okay, got my pipe cleaner. I've got a yellow pipe cleaner. Now, if you're new to the Bowdabra experience, welcome. So here's what we've got. This is a Bowdabra. I wish I had the little center part thingy to squish the ribbon, but I don't, so we won't worry about it. It has two openings. It goes like this, and then it goes like this. So when it goes like this, we're gonna take our pipe cleaner or wire or string, whatever you want to use to secure your ribbon. So you're gonna take it like that, all right? Hold it down, bend under, that's it. All right, and then that's, you're good. So we are no longer going to use this side. We're gonna turn it around because we're just gonna use that side. Now, like I said, we are not gonna cut this, but let's see, how long do I want? Okay, so measure like how long you want your little hangy tails to be, okay? I want my little hangy tails, oh, I should get a mat. All right, I'm only getting the mat just so I can measure because people like to know what length I'm using. So I think we're gonna go with 13 inches. I think, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do 13 inches. So 13 inches right here, and then another 13 inches, total of 26. Okay, now bear with me because this is what I'm thinking of. Now, for those who have watched that DVD and learned how to do this, congratulations. So we're going to learn how to do it in the Bowdabra. Okay, so that's my center. Yeah, he put it, okay. So I'm just trying. We're gonna cut because it just doesn't make sense to me right now. I will watch that video and then we will do that. So I'm gonna cut 26 inches. This is frayed a little bit. These are not good for cutting fabric. I just wanna let you know. Okay. So I'm just gonna trim this because this is a little frayed. Even though we're gonna give it little tails, make it fancy, I just wanna start off with a clean slate. All right, so 13 and 13, so, okay. You know what, and then I want more than just like one set of hanging tails. Like I wanna double it up. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna do 2 sets of hanging pieces. All right, so I got the 2. Take this, take your 2 ends. All right, you can double up on your ribbon too, because this is a thin enough one so you're able to do that. If your ribbon's pretty thick, don't do this because then your cut's gonna come out all wrong. But see how we have it folded like that? You're gonna start in the middle and you're gonna cut outwards to the edge. You're gonna cut like this. Perfect. You're gonna open it up and you're gonna have cute little tails, okay? And we are going to do the other side. And then fold it in half. And then cut again, starting from the center, working your way out to the edge. All right, so you're just gonna put these in here the same, fold this in half to find your center. That's my center right there. Pinch it and then put it in here. Okay, and the great thing about this ribbon is that it's double-sided print. So like it's printed on this side and then it's still, you know, you still see the color on this side. You'd be amazed if you've not worked with a lot of ribbon, how a lot of ribbon is only printed on one side. This was not something that I knew. I really had no idea, and I was amazed. And then when I started making bows and whatnot and making wreaths, I was like, oh, okay. So now this is what we're going to do. Take your end. You got to make sure that you're going to leave enough right here to for the edge. So when you pull it up, it's got a good hold on it. It'll make sense once I get to the end, but just give it about an inch or an inch and a half and you'll be fine. So there we go. So now we're going to start making our loops. Okay. So you're going to take this side and then determine how big you want your loops. You don't really have to measure if you don't want, you can just kind of eyeball it. And so I'm going to eyeball it around this size. I want it to be like that. Okay. So now in order for me, and then what you do is you do a twist and then we're going to do it again. Make another loop. And see, this is the great thing about it, especially when you're a beginner bow maker. It's so hard to hold all of this ribbon in your hand and then try to measure to make sure you got it perfect, you know, perfect loops and all that other stuff. And as a beginner, I'm still a beginner bow maker, obviously. But this allows me to like look at it, be able to correct any mistakes without the stress of trying to hold it. And then I get it almost perfect and then it just falls apart. Oh my God. You know, like I get screamed. But okay, so we got our second loop. To make sure that it's, you know, same size on each end, what I like to do is make them hug. So see how this is much different? Even though eyeing it, I really couldn't tell. So yeah, so I want to double check just a hair more. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to flatten this all out because I want to have like the markings of like where everything is. I want to do another loop. So I'm just going to continue this and I'm going to make mine. I'm going to gradually make them shorter and shorter and shorter. So we're going to do it again. And I'm just eyeballing it. So we're going to do it that way. And then right here. And you would think like, okay, it should be the same size, but just to be safe, measure. Perfect. Okay. So then I'm going to do one more and of course get a little bit smaller. So there we go. And then twist and another one. All right. And then of course flatten. So you have your marks, you know, because we're using wired ribbon. And I do want to say this. When we beginner bow makers, I'm going to bring the camera up so y'all can see me like this. Make sure that you guys are getting wired ribbon. Oh my goodness. I have it somewhere. I probably packed it away, but I got super excited about like bow making and all this other stuff that I just was on Amazon, like click, 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 click. Let's do it. I get my ribbon. No wires. It's like, oh my God. So what happens is that your bows don't say bows. They just flop down. So you can still use that ribbon, but you have to make very tiny bows to where it will hold up. You have to have wired ribbon, and Amazon will try to trick you. Just so you know, because you will type in wired ribbon, assuming that Amazon will filter out anything that is not wired. Psych, no. That's how I got fooled because I was so happy, too excited, and got this checkered ribbon with no wire, and I paid like $20-something for it. I was so mad. And I hate wrapping gifts. I hate wrapping gifts. We'll get into that later, but I hate wrapping gifts. And so I'm like, when am I ever going to use this bow or this material? I will eventually because I paid for it. So I'm going to figure out something, but be sure that you get wired ribbon. Now back to the bow. Okay, so one more loop. All right, there we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 loops total. And so I'm gonna do a little twisty right there. And I'm gonna do a little twisty right there. All right, so this is what I want. And so now I'm gonna cut this end right here, but I still wanna make sure that I have enough to be secured in my string, pipe cleaner, wire, whatever it is. So I'm gonna give it like about 1 inch. And then if you cut it a little long, that's totally fine. When you guys bring the bow up and you get it all twisted, if it still like kind of pokes out, you can always trim it. And you'll see what I mean. Okay, so now we're gonna pull out our whatever we're going to be using to attach, and you're gonna do like this. You're gonna bring it up. So now it's coming up, and then here it is, okay? So I've used this enough times to like have some kind of coordination. So I'm gonna do it like this. So see what I'm saying? You wanna have that little hangover, and then I'm just gonna twist like crazy. You can use zip ties if you want to really make sure that this thing ain't going anywhere. Feel free to do so. So I'm just gonna give a few twists, and see now I have this excess piece right here to either like attach or to trim off and then glue down and attach. So okay, here we go. Now, with it being, you know, really tightly secured, you should be able to maneuver your bow how you want. So now we can start to like fluff and adjust. So see, here's what I wanted. I wanted to have, okay, let me bring the camera up. Welcome. So I wanted to do this. So now I'm going to flip this around because, oh, you know what? I forgot to bring this back around. And then I'm going to bring this back around to the back. All right. There we go. All right, so now we're going to fluff, and you can fluff it just straight up. You can pull like a bow, a piece down. Like I said, it should be fairly secured on here. There we go. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I'm so happy. Look at how cute that is. And then of course, once like it's super cute in your hand, and then you're gonna go to put it on your bow or on your wreath frame, and then it's gonna get all squished again, and then you're gonna have to redo this. So now I have a cute little bow. I'm so happy about it. And I do want to say this. The first time I ever made a bow, I did multiple ribbons and all that other stuff. And I don't know why, but I let myself get in my own head, and I was like, it's so ugly. I'm over it now. I think all bows are cute. You can't go wrong with this. So here's our bow. Now we're going to grab our wreath, which should be completely done drying. All right, we're going to back this baby up. So here I am. Here's what I've got. Ba-bam. How does that look? Okay, so I need a flower right in there is what I need. But, oh my goodness. And then this thing will hang. I mean, it'll look cuter as soon as I get it all done up. And then, like I said, maybe a flower there, and then a flower there. Maybe a flower there. But for sure right there. So let's get this baby on. Now, I think I'm just gonna glue this one down, because on a grapevine wreath, like I can't thread it through far enough to have it reach through the other side. And this one's there's different style of grapevine wreaths. Like like how they're wrapped. You'll get some that are just multiple big twigs put together. This is a bunch of tiny little twigs. I'm not trying to mess with it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this down. So that means I'm gonna cut off the excess pipe cleaner, pinch it, put it down. All right, okay, so here's what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so remember when I said I was gonna do just a little bit, but see now it's kind of poking up. It's because I've moved my bow around, but I'm just gonna go ahead and trim that. You're gonna be totally fine. You know, obviously don't go down too far, but you can get, so it just has a little pokey, so. All right, make sure you know which part is the back, which part is the front. Okay, this is my back. All right, perfect. See, you can really just hold that bow down. All right. I'm gonna hold that down really well, but in the same time, kind of fluff what I can while it's, you know, still drying. And then I will probably take my little glue gun and kind of go around the edges in the back, just to really make sure that this bow's on here. All right, this is just so stinking cute. Now I really wish I had some kind of like a farmhousey kind of sign, but I'll make one. So, all right, let's grab an extra flower. While that bow's drying, I'll go ahead and, these flowers are awesome because they just twist right off. I didn't have to, I didn't have to cut. All right, whoo, goodness gracious. There we go. How easy was this? I'm just like so amazed. I'm like, oh, look at my creation in less than 30 minutes. It's so, I'm easily entertained. But it's just, it's so cool. Like, it really is. Once you just have fun with it, and I know I say this all the time because I assume that I hate to think not everyone is not watching every single one of my videos, but I try to put in a lot of motivation and a lot of inspiration. And so I'll say it again for the cheap seats in the back. Have fun with creating. Creating should not be a chore. And when I say creating, that means just doing like crafting and all of that. And it doesn't even have to be just creating while you're crafting. When you're trying to make your space, there is no wrong way to do it. Don't look at magazines, Pinterest, which is terrible for that, although I love Pinterest, and other things that can rob you of your joy while you're trying to let your imagination go. So have fun, because then you'll be so excited, just like I am, when you do something, when you're like, okay, this is kind of what I'm gonna do, but then when you see it, you're just like, oh, you know, it's just so great. And I want everybody to feel that. I want everybody to get this excited about creating, because this is how it should be, even if it's a business, because best believe this is going in my store to sell. But it's gotta be fun. It's gotta be something that I enjoy, or else I wouldn't even do it. Even if you guys are asking for it, like, I have to find the joy in it, you know. And then all of a sudden, that joy down in my heart song just started playing in my head. But look at what we got. Look at what we got. Now, see, it would be super cute with a sign. And okay, so let me just do this. So you don't have to have the sign that goes completely across. You could plaster like a super cute sign right here, even if you've already got your flowers here. And like me, if you just like, oh, I don't have anything just yet, but you know, if I find something, I'm gonna put it here. You can go ahead and lay it right here. You can, of course, put it in the center, whatever you guys wanna do. Don't worry, I didn't forget my bumblebees. But yes, you can, excuse me, always have a sign. Put a sign on here whenever you want. So look how the bow is. See how it's super cute and poofy and whatnot. And this is with 4 loops on each side. That's what this is gonna give you. Right, I'm like counting my loops. Yeah, there's 8 loops. You always gotta double check. So now it's time to put these little bad boys on. Now I do know from my butterfly wreath, I hope y'all watched, that these have little pins in it. Oh, I just love little things like this. Super cute. I don't know if you can tell, what is that material? Like when it's mesh, something like that. It's super cute. All right, where are you gonna go? Oh, I'm gonna put one on the leaf. Okay, let's bring this down. I wanna put one on the leaf because I want it to, I'm gonna do it towards the flower because I want it to really stand out. So I'm just gonna do a little dab of hot glue. And golly, who knows? I might go to Michael's when I'm out and about and go find more bumblebees and just fill it all up with bumblebees. And then how about if one is in the flower? Oh, stop it with all the cuteness. Okay. I'm in love. I really didn't know that I was going to do bumblebees on here. But yes. Okay. I think this one's, yeah, that was hot. Look at them. It needs more than 2 bees, don't you think? Or maybe not. But I got one right there and one right there. Okay. Here we go. How are we doing? Are you guys loving your wreath? Loving this one? I sure hope so. This is so stinking cute. I love it. I especially love the bees. Oh, so sweet. All right, guys, so that was the tutorial for the yellow flower wreath with bumblebees and a checkered bow. I kept trying to think of wreath, but checkered bow. Minus a sign, however, look at my arms. That would be a cute sign. Oh, love it. Anyways, I hope you guys found this tutorial super helpful and super fun. Remember, have fun. Even if you have to say a little prayer right before you're about to create, you know, to just have fun. Yeah, that's what crafting's all about. So anyways, if you guys like what you're seeing, make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up help me know that you like this kind of content. And from what I can see, you guys are loving the wreath content. So that's why I'm gonna just keep popping these babies out. Of course, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, because when you guys subscribe, it allows me to do more. I can start doing like memberships for you guys, which means you guys get some one-on-one. I can do subscriptions, all this other fun stuff, which I totally have planned, but I need y'all to subscribe. And let me just put out this, my channel will always be free. There will just be things that I offer for those who would like it when I get to that level. But that all is determined on subscribers. So if you're unsure if you've subscribed, I will put a link in my description box. So it'll say, here's where you can subscribe. Click on that link. It takes you to my front page. And then you just make sure that you subscribe. Also, if you want to be notified every time that I upload a video, just hit that notification bell, because that will let you know every time I upload a video. Also, when you subscribe to my channel, and I think that people who are not subscribed can also see it. When you go onto my YouTube community homepage, let me just make sure I have that all worded right. There's an area where I will do post, and it's really like a way to connect with me like on a much faster level. So I actually check the community tab often. I'm able to connect with you guys. I'm also able to let you guys know what's coming up on a future video, or a bunch of just random information. Like I put in there where I got these scissors. I just shared a link because I got so many questions about it. So you can go on there, share your crafts with me, and yeah, we can become best friends. So anyways, check that out while you're on my homepage, and you'll see what I'm talking about, hopefully. But other than that, I think that is it for this video. Super easy, super fun. These make great gifts. I can't imagine anybody not getting this and saying, wow, what a creation. So have fun with this. Use different flowers, use different greenery, and you know, again, have fun. And I will share with you guys a photo, hopefully by the end of the weekend or this weekend, on that community tab, where I upload a photo with a sign so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So other than that, have a fabulous week, and I will see you guys again in my next video. See you guys later.